Hey everybody, BigRigSteve here with BigRigTravels.com. Figured I'd take this time and show you my latest product here. Comes from Hudway.co. They gave me a Hudway drive. Basically, it's a heads-up display. When you connect this with the app, it'll put across on this see-through screen, so you can keep your eyes on the road without looking down at your phone or whatever. It'll put your speedometer up here, it'll put your temperature, it'll put your average miles per gallon, tons of information which we'll go over in a minute. But it will also, if you allow it to, display who's calling you. Or if somebody sends you a text message, it'll display it. So you will actually be able to have a chance to look without even taking your eyes off the road, and that's all, for safety. When you attach this to your dash, plenty of tape, everything's bendable, so you could wrap it and conform it to however your dash bends. But when you're in the store, in the mall, and you don't want this whole thing sitting up on your dash, you just pull back, take this out. This part will still sit on your dash. Fold this down, and you can stick it in your glove box or your purse or whatever. And that way you don't have to worry about anybody seeing it and wanting to take it. And it's dark in here, but you just line it up in the groove, and it basically slides in there. And it is pretty firm. There we go. And then you just put it back on a dash, or slip it in on a dash. Remember, it's just me being a truck driver. I don't have cameramen and all this other stuff. So you pull up like that. Now you can see, there it goes, and it's not that small. It's small only because we're that close. But if you pull it back, now you can see how it can, fills up the screen like that. And that's the trucker view. Of course, we don't have it taped. If you have it taped down and secured, it's not going to move on you. So, but like I said, it's just me. So, first thing you want to do after you unpack it and turn it on, go to the Apple Store, the Play Store, Google Play Store, download the Hudway drive, install the app. See if I can do this without reflections. First thing you want to do is come up here to Settings, hit that red, make sure you are up to date. And this tells us we are up to date. And the reason why you want to do that is because by the time they manufactured it, there you go, show you this. By the time they manufactured the unit, and when you actually put it into service, they may have come out with an update or two. So we're connected now. So go to your settings. Now here you've got the brightness level. I'm trying not to get a reflection. But anyways, you pull up the app, go to settings, your brightness level, all sorts of colors that you could pick from, for your speedometer overlay. You can do kilometers, you can do miles per gallon, miles per hour. You can do your perspective, you could change how big the display is. You can also do your currency, your fuel cost, because when you go into navigation mode, it will tell you, man, I just noticed my eyes. It'll tell you what your average speed was, all that other good stuff. So you back out, you back out of that. Now here's your free ride. you do that, and then this is setting up your dash. Free ride. You could do your time. You could do the trip miles per gallon. You could do all sorts of things. Temperature, average speed, all that stuff. You could even have a baby speedometer there if you want. Move it over here. You got your choice of layout for how, you know, what kind of speedometer you want in the center. Then you come over here and you have the same choices: temperature, local time, average speed, you know, all that. Come over here to navigation, and then there's your navigation. Remember, whatever you put on this screen to set it up is what's going to show on your screen over there. So this is what we have right now. It's too small for y'all to see, but trust me, you can tell. But it will show you your speedometer. It will show you however you set your little dashboard up to show. Navigation, you type in where you want to go, and it'll draw the map. It'll tell you 900 feet, just like all the other GPSs do. But it'll be right there in front of you. You won't have to look. Or in my case, I got the GPS here, but instead of having to look, now I just basically drop my eyes a little bit. So that'll help with that. But you come down here some more. Well, here's your navigation. You set your navigation. Beside it, you have the same choices you had before of speed, temperature. There's your speedometer there. Average speed, temperature, local time. You could do the same settings over here. So there are a lot of options that you can set this up with. In my opinion, really. I mean, I use a lot of apps from broadcasting, recording, GPS. You know, I use my smart devices a lot. Not while I'm driving, but for research on weather and navigation, all this other stuff. A lot of apps lack the, what do you call it, the ability to choose and customize. I tell you what, I'm impressed because Hudway here has put a lot of thought into the app. Everything you wanted to do, it'll do for you. Tons and tons of settings. You can do anything you want to. There's no way I could go through every single one of these, of course. All you have to do is sit here and play with it, set it all up however you want, and whatever you put here will automatically display there. So I am very impressed. I know they, like here, notifications. You can pick and choose which ones you want on. I wish the lighting was better. But you could choose your Gmail, you could choose your telephone calls, you could choose your messages. Whatever you want, you just turn it on or off. And that is what will be notified. And I was actually testing this for the video and playing with it a little bit. And as I was sitting here playing with it and watching the changes take effect on the screen, somebody did call me, and it showed so-and-so is calling. And it moved the speedometer and the navigation off to the side automatically. And you can even set how long the notification should be there. Just for testing, we put 10 minutes. We put 10 seconds. That means you get a text message or a call, and it'll say 10 seconds. And then it'll disappear and go back to the screen that you had. The main thing is it keeps your eyes on the road. And even though this isn't taped down, I'll show you what we got. This is my view right here. There's the truck stop and all that. So I could see all that information without putting my eyes down here to the dash or over here to read the Qualcomm and GPS. I just sits right there, right in front of me. The screen has an adjustment in the settings to go brighter or darker. So I definitely like this. I do think it's a quality product. They did put a lot of thought into it. I wish my production was a lot better, but I'm a truck driver driving 70 hours a week. It's just me in the truck, so I don't have all the camera angles and all the sophisticated editing stuff to sit there for 8 hours, because by the time I get done driving 8, 10, 12 hours a day, get breakfast, get dinner, I'm toast. So I like this Hudway drive, and of course I'll put the graphics on the bottom. I know that you can connect backup cameras. They have other accessories. I believe you could plug your iPod in or whatever. Just grab the instructions. It's really easy to connect your phone to the Hudway drive. The website's fantastic. It's got a lot of detailed, in-depth instructions on what you can and can't do and how to do it. Much more than what I'm doing. I'm not really telling you how to do it. I'm just kind of giving you an overview, giving you my idea of what it's about. I like it. Now, it does keep your eyes on the road and straight ahead, like we mentioned. But I will say that if you look, it's kind of hard to tell, but if you look, that is a big windshield for me to look at. And we sit way back here. So that's a long way to go. And you can tell that it kind of leans down a little bit. It's workable. I mean, this is my eyes right here. So I can see it's perfectly workable. You know what I would like to see? Maybe future product. But if you could take this and raise have the, you know, this would be way back here, have this raise up so it's more closer to where your eye level is, maybe that would work. You can see right through it, so you're not blocking anything. But if it would raise up a little bit and then of course have this tilt, that might make it a little bit easier for a truck driver which sits way back here. Or if you were to take this and then somehow stick it here upside down like so, now that would be, see if I can't do this. That, well, this ain't good. Holding the camera and holding the HUD. But that, you know, you get the idea. Being up there, and of course you'd have to have the option to invert the screen in your settings. But that would maybe be an option for the bigger vans and the big RVs and the big trucks. Make it hang or attach to your visor and flip it, because then it's more eye level. For a truck driver that's way up here, I would have to sit way down here to make that eye level. But this is really designed for a car, not a truck. But that's just my opinion. That's just my thoughts. As it is, as it was designed, it does exactly what it's supposed to. It does exactly what it advertises it's supposed to do. I would go to their website, hudway.co, and they've got several other products, a couple variations of the heads-up display. Very good product. I like it. I think it's good. I think it's good. So I think we may have actually done a decent halfway review to give you a general introduction to the Hudway Drive. Like I said, it's just me, and all I can do is just tell you what my thoughts are. No scripts, just winging it. Go to hudway.co. Instructional videos, text, step-by-step a guideline, how to connect it between your item, your smartphone and the Hudway, how to make it work, how to pick your options, the whole 9 yards. The support is great as well. Before we even started the review, we had a support issue and they were answered immediately right away. So go to hudway.co, check out their line of products. This one is called the Hudway Drive. I know they have the glass, Hudway glass, and of course I'm sure they're coming out with new items all the time. So it's getting dark. I need coffee. I think this is a good product. I would not recommend anything that is not worth it. This one's worth it. So go visit the website, tell them BigRigSteve sent you, and I'll see you guys down the road. Thank you.